Pointing is a genetic skill that varies in quality across every dog. Choosing the right pointing breed from a quality bloodline is essential for consistently utilising air scent to find deer. There are generally speaking two types of pointing: scent pointing and sight pointing. Scent moving away from an animal is referred to as a scent cone. The scent is most concentrated at the source, but it breaks up rapidly as you move further away from the source because of vegetation and wind. When a dog gets air scent, it will indicate. The dog does not need any form of training to do this. It just needs a nose and it will do it naturally. Searching is where genetics and training kick in. A truly good deer dog will not merely indicate. It will actively search and find deer. When the dog knows where the deer is based on its air scent, it can either stay back on that scent and point, or continue moving in and sight point. The better the dog is at scent pointing, the further it will stay back from the deer, and hence the less deer it will scare. A dog will stay further away from a deer and scent point if it has a lower desire to catch and chase, if it has a superior nose, and if the weather conditions are favourable. The distance a dog might scent point from a deer will decrease if it has a strong desire to catch, as it is hedging its bets to get close enough to see the deer first, instead of holding back. The distance will also be decreased if a dog is very young and the weather is poor. Importantly, this distance will also be decreased if your training approach is not appropriate. Sight pointing is where a dog stays still once it can see where the deer is. In open country, sight pointing is quite an advantage because this will keep the dog further away from the deer. However, most of the bush that we hunt for deer is thick, and a dog needing to sight point will usually encroach on the deer to a point where the deer has to make a decision to hold its ground and see what it is coming, or move off. In my experience, the majority of deer will move off if the dog approaches either too fast or too close. The exception to this is in low pressure hunting areas and/or if a female has young. Here is my dog Nala. She is now 12 months old, and this is just her 4th hunt. Through my deer point training program, she has learned how to approach deer and how to hold back on scent point. However, I can't take all of the credit because most of what you're seeing here and the holding of point is a genetic skill in my dogs that I am very specifically breeding for. Once a dog goes on point, especially scent point, it needs to be steady and stay still. It might take me up to 20 minutes or 30 minutes to move in or see the deer, and any time the dog breaks that point and either moves forward to sight point or comes back to me, there is a chance that we miss this opportunity on a deer. Through my deer point program, I will breed you a dog and show you how to train your dog to maximize its scent pointing ability.